NBA on Monday night. Thank you for joining us here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan. I'll be joined by Greg Anthony, Tim Legler, and we'll be hearing from our reporter, Allie LaForce, in the sidelines as well. A moment here now to see the numbers for him.
And if you measure a player's effectiveness by his passing, he's been very effective lately. Look at his assists in the last 10 games compared to the rest of the season. He's in the midst of a great run.
Now, the opening lineup for the New Orleans Pelicans. They've got Charles Bassey. Scotty Barnes is out there at marks. Then it's King. And it's Flanders in at the shooting guard. And for the Timberwolves, the wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. Then it's Dillingham. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. And it's Prosper in at the power forward position. Breaking this a fun time of year, mid-season basketball. From award races to juggling playoff pictures, it's terrific.
Yeah, you really get to see things taking shape. I like watching teams rise up and make the unexpected run. It makes the league so much more interesting. And it's always nice to get the easy look inside for your first points of the game.
Here's King. He squares up and sinks it.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Here's Prosper. From downtown, here's Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
A huge part of Wembanyama's game, his ability to just devour the glass on both ends.
Back to King. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And that was almost a block. Still did enough to alter the shot.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
Such a pure stroke for his size. Wembanyama looks like he was made in 2K.
Here's Bassett following the three by Minnesota. Barnes outside. Pocket 6. Solid as a rock from 20 feet away.
Well, the defense is going to try to shut down certain things, but it's impossible to deny everything. That's a skilled play right there.
Here's Prosper, currently averaging almost 6 points a game. Here's Wembanyama. And he gets the bucket. Wembanyama has got 7 points.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Pass to Flanders. Not going to go that time. Great D that time from Edwards. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Jacks up a 3. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
And the story here, Kevin, early on, is how well they've shot the basketball.
King, the pass to Flanders. King outside. Pass to Flanders. Hangs home the trifecta.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
And the responses often come from the three-point line. That's just today's game.
Here's Prosper. Wembanyama, a screen on Barnes. Prosper misses.
You really need to take advantage of those looks because the defense won't give you many of them.
And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. King, the pass to Marks. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Kept alive. Bessie, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on Jaden McDaniel.
Nice work to get it inside and draw contact.
Pelicans shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
The Pelicans making a switch here. Timberwolves leading by 4. Here's Wembanyama. Hook it off the crossover. Wembanyama's got 9.
The size, reach, the bucket is right there for Victor inside.
It's Henderson on the wing. And now Minnesota on the fast break. And it's out of bounds to the Pelicans. And let's take a moment to honor the Western Conference Player of the Week, Anthony Edwards.
He's been absolutely electric for his team. The way he's been able to finish plays and just take a hold of the offense at that off-guard spot is more than deserving of recognition.
Peters checks in for Charles Bassey. Here's Flanders. 23 points his last outing. Back to King. Gillingham with the rebound.
Well, the defense was solid right there, but that's just a missed opportunity at the rim.
Pass to Edwards from deep. It's rebounded by New Orleans. They come into this having outplayed Phoenix the last game.
And if you look at the box score from that game, guys, the first thing you'll notice is how many turnovers they forced.
Well, they created havoc defensively. They made ball handlers uncomfortable, and they gambled at the right time.
Here's Blackman. It's stolen by Wembanyama. The tray. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
That's insane at his size. The 7'4" Wembanyama pulling up off the dribble like a guard.
Right wing. Here's Flanders. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. He's got 6.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitor.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately.
Pass to Wembanyama. King, the pass to Peters. And here is King. He picked up 21 points in their last win against Phoenix. Here's Peters, stolen by McDaniels. Now Wembanyama. Gillingham with it. Playing Dallas, he was nearly unstoppable. Shot clock at 6. Edwards can't hit. Pelicans trail by 6. Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league. You know, you'd love to see him pull that off, but instead he goes from highlight reel to the blooper.
Right on the bucket. That's 7 points for Anthony Edwards.
And continues to make plays offensively, having a very efficient quarter.
King left side. Pass to Flanders. Curls it from outside. Flanders has got 9 points.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
And now Hallie LaForce has something for us from the sideline.
Thank you. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. You look forward to working with someone like that. Guys, back to you.
Haslam bought in. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Here's Dillingham. The Pelicans make their last shot. Wembanyama. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7 for 7.
And continues his perfect night. It's unreal. I just hope he doesn't believe in the announcer's jinx.
Gives the team such a great element having a 1 guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
And here's Edwards from the arc. Vanderbilt with the rebound.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the three ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against him.
Now here's King. He has 6. Minnesota with the rebound. They came away with the victory in their last meeting, which, by the way, was also in this building.
In that game, the offense was firing on all cylinders, partly because the other team's defense was a no-show.
Yeah, they didn't play down to the level of their opponent. That's not an easy thing to pull off, but they certainly were focused in this one.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Foster's checked in. 6 on the shot clock. Edwards passes to Wembanyama. Count it.
And he's made all 8 of his field goals here to start the game.
Malwatch is checked in for the Timberwolves. Dillingham comes in for Edwards. And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for Minnesota.
Absolutely dialed in from beyond the arc so far in this one. The defense is surrendering the long-range shot here early on.
Well, don't forget about their scoring in the open floor. They've been getting a lot of production on their break.
Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against the Mavericks.
Yeah, let's give a shout out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
I just thought they looked focused all night long. At no point did they relax or take their foot off the gas.
Over in the corner, Ellis. King against Foster. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. And while we've got a moment, let's check out the best defenses in the NBA. The Timberwolves, number 1.
Great defenders both individually and collectively. I mean, you can tell they really love accepting that challenge. They can stifle you at that end of the floor.
Wembanyama, a screen. Foster passes to Wembanyama.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Gives a team such a great element having a one guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
Here's Dillingham. Hasn't made one yet. For Minnesota, they have gone 1 for 1, making their previous attempt at the line. That free throw missing.
At the line for your Timberwolves.
And he sinks the second. Pelicans trail by 10. 1:19 left in the first. Here's King. Here's Bassey. Plays it up and banks it in.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Flores with the bucket. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up a little more sense of urgency.
Pass to King. Back to Ellis. Now here's King, defended by Foster. And here's Ellis for 3. Rebound, Minnesota.
They hold the early advantage on the glass. Really seizing the momentum of this game, but doing it with a methodical approach.
We always talk about getting high percentage shots, and they are teaching a master class in that right now.
Flanders misses.
He bailed out the defense because that's an easy look for him.
And these are his second and third free throws tonight.
And, you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
And both free throws good for Wembanyama.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Minnesota foul.
There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Now King fires the 3, and the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves sitting with a comfortable lead up by And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided. So it's both teams making substitutions here. Timberwolves leading by 15. Wembanyama's out there with Malowacz. Then it's Jaden McDaniel. Then it's Dillingham, and it's Foster in at the point. So that's the lineup for Minnesota.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
And because of that, this one looks like a bit of a mismatch.
King against Foster. King inside.
Love seeing a point guard who can explode to the rim like that.
Oh, great attitude and even a better finish.
Okay, I see ya. That's your point guard getting up.
Over in the corner, McDaniels. Wembanyama looking it over. 5 to shoot. Minnesota needs to get off a shot here. Foster. And it comes off the front of the rim.
He's going to be shaking his head on that one. Knows he missed an easy one.
Well, that happens sometimes. Nothing is guaranteed in this league.
Tim, and maybe I'm asking the wrong guys, but are teams relying too much on the three-point shot?
Well, I do think there are nights I feel it becomes a little redundant, but the skill level of these players, Kevin, has led us here. More guys are capable of making that deep shot, so I don't see it going away anytime soon.
And the skill required to do it, no one knows that more than you. The skill required is just something else.
Consistency is what teams are looking for.
Here's Edwards. And that one comes up a bit short.
And players avoid taking mid-range shots these days. It's almost like the threes are easier for players to get.
Now here's King. 10 points for him. Oh, the rejection by Wembanyama. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Foster's checked in. Clock at 4. And again, no good by New Orleans. Minnesota leading by 14. To the paint and stolen by Barnes. And oh, here we go with Henderson. And then Henderson with the jam.
Nice instincts there defensively. Great to see Barnes getting after it like this.
Minnesota's gotten a lot of looks from outside tonight. 5 of 12. Outside Edwards. Foster down low. He's against King. Foster, that's good. And the Timberwolves lead by 14. King, the pass to Marks. Some nice passing here by New Orleans. Trying to break that ice-cold streak. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. There are some who will say, GA, there are too many threes being taken in today's NBA. What are your thoughts on that?
Hey, if we're cutting back on something, how about free throws? The three-point shootout is arguably the best part of All-Star Saturday, but nobody wants to watch a free throw contest.
Wembanyama outside. Count it from 12. Wembanyama's got 28.
And at the offensive end, he's done about as much as they could have hoped for today.
Here's Marks. As you can see from his numbers, he's been a key component in their offense. He's averaging almost 18 points a game.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Inside. Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. King outside. Pass to Henderson. Barnes outside. Back to Henderson. Anthony Edwards with the rebound. Timberwolves leading by 14. From past the arc. And it's Foster missing. New Orleans has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Foster against King. Back to Barnes. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. It's Edwards on the wing. Foster. It's rebounded by New Orleans. King's got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
It's a tough stretch for him right now. He may want to find a different way to stay involved.
Barnes screen on Foster. Here's King. Nobody near Barnes. Off target from outside.
Nothing going his way this quarter offensively. Time to recalibrate.
McDaniels kicks to Edwards. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Edwards got 10 points.
And you have to stay up on Edwards out there, which is dangerous because he's so good at going right around you.
Down low. King, the pass to Barnes. Now Edwards. McDaniels outside. Wembanyama sets a screen for McDaniel. And they call an illegal screen here. A moment to check out who the New Orleans Pelicans have coming up. On Tuesday, they'll go up against Trae Young and the San Antonio Spurs. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. With a sizable lead as the quarter wraps up, they're ahead 16 points. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And we'll be back with you shortly.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Minnesota Timberwolves.
When a team is moving the ball like this, Shaq, they're tough to defend.
Yeah, their mentality is, I've got a good shot, but you've got a better one. It's a coach's dream.
Let's turn our attention to the three-point shootout and highlight some of the top candidates.
You gotta love All-Star Weekend, guys, especially when it comes to the three-point contest.
I think we should have a three-point contest right now. You and me, Shaq, come on.
I don't even think you could beat Ernie.
Hey, easy. That is more than enough of us. Let's send you back to the game, Kevin Harlan and crew, with the second half.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. We're seeing a tremendous game from Victor Wembanyama.
Well, it didn't take him long to get that double-double. Already has it halfway through the game.
For most guys, that's a night's work. It shows you how dominant he's been to this point.
And the Pelicans with possession here. They trail by 16. So the Pelican 5 right now. They've got Scotty Barnes. He's out there with Charles Bassey. Marks is out there with King. And it's Flanders in at the 2 guard. Clock at 6. King inside. And he makes good on the layup. King's got 14 points for the game.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, getting a high percentage look right out of the locker room to start the second half. Exactly what they were looking for.
Oh, that was amazing!
Oh, my goodness.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Let's see the connected cam angle on that stunning play, brought to you by AT&T. That shot is in, just like 6 others have been for him. He's shooting 7 for 15.
And that's what he does. I mean, he is a bucket getter.
Lets it go from deep. Good for basket number 6 from him in the contest. He's shooting 6 for 12.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, he can taste a win right now, just trying to close it out.
First one falls for him. Tim, at one point, your dream was to play professional baseball. Why did you switch?
Kevin, it really came down to this. Hit a growth spurt when I was 14 years old, and I decided to go try this basketball thing that first year in high school. As it turns out, what I fell in love with, I didn't need anybody else to get better. I had an insatiable work ethic. It lent itself to hours and hours on the basketball court by myself.
That is such an interesting perspective. They double him with Wembanyama. It's stolen by Edwards. Pass to Dillingham. Here's Prosper. Scoreless thus far.
Kick it out, kick it out.
6 to shoot.
Yo, watch it.
Right block shot. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him.
And still perfect in the second half. 4 straight makes.
Here's Marks. King left side. The shot, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. They have a good plan going right now, and they're starting to create separation.
I like their offensive approach. They've been aggressive, but under control.
Here's King. Rebounded by Prosper. Prosper's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Here's Wembanyama. Good. That's now 32 points for Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Here's King. And just miss after miss right now. Minnesota's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Sweet move. And here's Barnes for 3. Hits it from 3-point range. Barnes has got 5.
Short corner, but not an easy corner. Barnes knocking that one down.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. In his relatively young career, Scotty Barnes, GA, has played a number of positions.
Well, he's so versatile. He can be successful at a lot of different spots on the floor. A glue guy, you can plug in just about anywhere.
Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Pass to Prosper. Here's Wembanyama. And goaltending is going to be the call. So they get the basket there anyway.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
King outside. Kicks it out to Ellis. Blackman, the pass to King. In the corner, Henderson with it. And stolen by Dillingham. Wembanyama with it. He's got 34. Now Dillingham. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Prosper. For 3, Edwards. The shot missing.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And here is King. 17 points in the game. To the middle. Here's Blackman. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
That's a great look. His teammate was on the move, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thanks a lot, guys. Anthony Edwards keeps a tight circle. He said, I've known my whole crew since I was 13, and that's the answer to everything. And the crew includes those voices of wisdom, too. He said, quote, I keep those types of friends around. I'm not the type that always listens, but I'll listen to my elders. Kevin?
All right, Allie, thanks a lot. King inside. He's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. Timberwolves leading by 23. Wembanyama, right side. Pass to Prosper. Now Wembanyama. Peters grabs the miss. Shoots a three. Rebounded by Prosper. Prosper's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Edwards in for his 7th make in 14 tries.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
Here's the floater. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Tim, these days, things are changing for modern NBA big men.
Well, there is no doubt when I played, every team had 4 or 5 legitimate post players, and the ball went in to the low post regularly throughout the game. I think now the difference is you have to have versatility in your game. Teams are looking for bigs that can shoot it, handle it, and facilitate.
Valuable pieces for sure. Edwards can't hit. The Pelicans have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the 3rd quarter. 4 of 8. Ellis left side, and play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal steal. Well, most coaches will tell you, you need scoring in the paint to be successful. Here are some big men around the league that have been providing plenty of that over the last month. Victor Wembanyama, number 1.
He is so polished offensively in the low post. I mean, even when the defense collapses, he's got guys all around, and he finds a way to put the ball in the basket.
Here's Flores. That 3 off the mark. New Orleans has gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. King, that's good.
Now, he's been reliable tonight, but that's certainly not the case for his team in general.
Outside Edwards. To the left wing. Wembanyama, a screen on Ellis. Good on the triple. Dillingham's got 9.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the 2-man game right there.
No way, says Wembanyama. Not on my block.
Pass to Prosper. Here's Dillingham. He's got 9. It's Edwards on the wing. He's guarded by Ellis. Edwards can't hit. The Pelicans have gone even 5 of 10 on shot attempts in the 3rd.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, it's simple math. You've got to limit teams to 1 shot on your defensive end and then give yourself extra possessions when you have the ball.
Count it. Good. Henderson's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And that's the right decision when you've got a smaller man on you.
Pass to Flores. Now Dillingham. Wembanyama with it. He's got 36. Peters grabs the miss. King with it. Defended now by Dillingham. Timberwolves leading by 22. It's Edwards on the wing. Pass to Dillingham. Takes it off the glass. He's got 11.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And they are just breaking the will of their opponent.
Here's Blackman. Back to Ellis. From the arc. They get the rebound. Blackman, the pass to King. And that one is hammered home.
Gives the team such a great element, having a 1 guard who can get to the 10.
Certainly something every team wants to have.
And you can see how it energizes the entire team.
Both teams deciding to change it up. 1:32 left to play in the 3rd. Now Dillingham, 11 points in the game. Trent, that's a 2-pointer. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
You know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Here's King, rips it home after the terrific move.
I'm telling you, he is doing absolutely everything he can out there. He's just not getting enough help.
And he's going to get called there for the technical foul. hanging on the rim.
And fundamentally, that's not the smartest move in the world. Depending on the situation, that kind of thing can cost you. Got to control your emotion.
McDaniels, he's checked in for Trent. It's stolen. And King, here we go. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for Minnesota.
No adjustments made by the other team, and they couldn't defend against the speed of this group. They've been running over them in this one.
Yeah, they've clearly been the more physical team. And how about all those second chance points? What a concerted effort to pound the offensive glass.
And Foster kicks to McDaniel. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Dillingham. And the 3 off target. Pelicans trail by 21. 5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And he is doing everything he can to keep his team in it, trying to lift his teammates up.
Trent's checked in for Minnesota.
Yeah, since the break, he has been in attack mode, and he is living at the line.
Pass to Foster. Unloads from 13. Pelicans with the rebound. King's got rebound number 11 for him here tonight. It'll count. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's Victor Wembanyama. And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Minnesota leading by 18. Here's Flanders. Tim, the NBA is always changing, but any predictions for the league that you kind of feel we're going to see around the corner?
Yeah, Kevin, I just think the influx and the impact of international players is going to be even stronger going forward. I think a lot of guys have seen the success that those players have had in the NBA, and hopefully it inspires even more great players internationally to want to play this great game.
And for a short time, you played overseas. You saw a lot of them firsthand.
I sure did, and I was in France well before the French influx really hit this league, but I knew then that was the goal.
For Minnesota, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. And Slim picks up the foul. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Off the inbound, and Trent with the lay-in.
That's very smart use of the screen, and it sets up a very close look.
Here's Foster. A 3-pointer is right on target.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Pass to Flanders. Back to King. Will it go? Minnesota with the rebound.
All the energy is on the other side right now, and every miss just makes it worse.
Yeah, it's just time to settle everything down. Get high percentage looks and then D up.
Malawatch, no good.
Well, the defense challenged him just enough to force that miss. They really collapsed when he got close to the rim.
Here's King. No good on the triple. Minnesota's gone 2 of 5 on 3-point shots since the end of the 3rd quarter. And with the most recent collective bargaining agreement, Tim, teams have felt the pinch of those new luxury tax and apron penalties.
And the goal of those being put in place was to have more top-tier talent equally spread out around the league. And as you've seen, there's been some tough decisions already. Some teams have had to trade away some of their stars just to make the math work.
And sometimes it's hard to make that math work. There's so many moving parts.
And as a result, it's more important to be able to structure out your supporting cast than ever before.
Pass to Flanders. New Orleans moving the ball around. King inside. Defended by Foster. Here's Flores. King with the steal. And New Orleans pushing it up now. Here's Flanders. Good on the baseline, Jay. Flanders has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
And that confidence has carried over to tonight. He is playing great basketball. And with 4 fouls now, he has to be very careful.
Impeccable from the line since halftime.
Well, for New Orleans, shooting just 30% from the field here in the fourth. To the paint. Officiating is always a hot topic among fans, Greg. That's never going to go away. And some people think the game is called too closely now.
Be careful, Kevin. We don't need any fines over here. Fans are bound to get frustrated with certain calls, but overall, I think our officials do a great job, and the game is about as fair as it can be.
Here's Fultz. Fires from deep. And it's Foster missing.
Yeah, it's been a tough game for him with his shooting. Fortunately, the rest of the team has picked him up, and they have the lead.
Flores, the pass to Foster. King with the steal. Now the fast break. King with the ball. Pushes it down to finish the break.
And that's how you do it. Impressive play, explosive finish.
Well, if you have an opening, hit that gas pedal, and you will get an easy 2.
Pass to Flores. Shot clock at 6. Trent outside. Over Flanders. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
It's been a quiet game for him to this point on the offensive end, but the team has still played well enough to hold the lead.
Here's Malawach. You know, Tim, some people love the star power of dynasties, but do you think the league's push for parity is helping the game overall?
Overall, I do believe competitive balance is good for the league. I think there are more fan bases that stay more engaged longer into the year, and that's just good for everybody.
I totally agree.
And not the guy you want to send to the line. He has been automatic.
The free throw drops for Trent. Valentine's checked in for Minnesota. Trent hits them both. Here's King. They set the pick. Puts one up from 19. Second shot opportunity, and that one's good. Bessie.
Those are the kind of effort plays that endear you to the coaches, your teammates, and these fans.
Foster passes to Flores. Over to the left wing. Now here's Valentine. He's guarded closely. And it's Foster missing.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
King against Foster. Pass to Flanders. Kick out to King. Now here's Barnes. Back to King. Shot clock at 3. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And just the way pilots use VR to train, now NBA officials can do the same.
Yeah, it's all about reps, right? Getting them with the headset in a lower stress setting helps prepare them to make the right call when the lights are brightest.
Flores, the rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so taking a look at their record, a nice milestone they'll be picking up tonight. 30 wins on the year now.
And they cap off the season series with one more win. It's been nothing but W's, 4 straight.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Victor Wembanyama.
Yeah, and watching that last game, you could see the comfort zone he got into, just filling it up from all of the spots he loves.
There's the triple. Can't get it to fall. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily, and the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really